Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia and in today's video we are going to do a little bit of a studio vlog and behind the scenes. I have been working on kind of renovating our house and also doing a little bit of changes in my studio room, which is also happens to be our guest room, and this is the place where I also do my 9 to 5 job. So this is a multifunctional room, so I have to be mindful of what I do bring into this room, but at the same time, this is the place where I spend most of my time and I do my crafting. So I do want it to be a place where I feel welcome and I feel motivated. So in today's video, I'll be showing you some of the stamps that I have been collecting over the years. And also I got myself one of those organizers that you can put up on the wall to kind of just decorate and show the ones that I am really gravitating towards too. And if you have not been following me on Instagram, you would have definitely missed my beautiful washi tape and PET tape wall that I have just created to show my collection. And this is using the wooden spools that you would normally use for embroideries or just spools in general. Also, if you have a keen eye, you would have noticed that I got a new chair, and this chair was kindly gifted to me by FlexiSpots. So thank you, FlexiSpots, for gifting me with this wonderful ergonomic chair. And I have been using this for the last 2 weeks now. Today is 30th of July, so by the time you see this video, it's probably going to be 6th or 7th of August. And this is a very exciting time in FlexiSpot because they are also celebrating their 9th anniversary. And if you want to purchase something, they have an website-wide sale going on. So I will leave all of those details in the description below. But also you can see the banner here which says all of the details and all of the discounts that you would be able to achieve. Here is a closer look of the chair that I got. This is the C7 with footrest, and you can see the footrest is over here. The best way to do it is just pull, and here you have a little notch that you just have to press, and that will allow you to bring this one top. So I normally will be using it when I have a long meeting and I just want to be comfortable. So I will pull that. Otherwise, I will just push it back so that I can sit comfortably and not feel fatigued during the long meetings. This is a mesh seating that I got. You can also request for foam seating, which will help you to, let's say, have that softer cushion feeling. During the colder month, what I'm thinking is I will probably just use this throw blanket, which is made of wool, and this is a very Irish design, so I bought it from a small business. I'll probably just put it on top to kind of retain the heat, but we do live in a very humid area, so this mesh is very nice. I absolutely love this lumbar support that they have, and you can actually adjust it. So if you can see, I have this notch over here, and this is to just keep the setting in place. So if I take this one off, and here is the lock that you have for the adjustment. As you can see, there is the back and forth that you can do. So if I pull it down, this is released now, so I can adjust it to the way I feel comfortable. So I am not a very tall person, I'm just 5'2". So this chair may seem a bit too large, in the first glance for a short person like me. And I was also skeptical, to be very honest, because I was like, I don't usually like when there is like a head support or, like these kind of normally larger chairs are made for people who are tall. So I was very skeptical. But I am so pleasantly surprised. And after using it for 2.5 weeks now, I don't think I am going to go back to my regular chair. If you do decide to get something from their website, they have a risk-free trial period of 60 days where you can return it if in case it doesn't suit your needs. And it also comes with 5 years warranty of any damaged pieces of the furniture that you get. You can definitely have them replaced for newer parts, which is amazing. Because normally, what I have seen here, at least in Ireland, we only get 14 days of free return if there are any damages to the product. And if you're not satisfied, right, it also needs to be in pristine condition. This, on the other hand, obviously you cannot be returning it damaged completely unless it came damaged to you. You do have that 60 days period of time to do the trial and see if this really works. Like I said, I was very skeptical in terms of whether I will be okay with such a large chair, but I'm telling you, I am absolutely in love with this because this has been so good for my back posture because I am constantly working on laptops and I'm constantly, like I'm slouching, if you know what I mean. That's not good. So I can actually rest all the way and I feel my back being supported very well, which is always good because in the end of the day, I don't want to be suffering from a back pain and just tired in general. Anyways, whatever you like, whatever is your choice, all of the details will be mentioned in the description below. Now let's jump into my stamp collection. Here is my little stamp collection that I have. These are from LCN and I got it from 85 Rue Tranquille. This is a French stalker. I believe I got this one from Journal Say, and most of these stamps are from Journal Say except for this one, which is from Primark. And this one was from Miso Paper. This is Beyond. I believe the artist is Nov by Vivian. I don't really follow them on Instagram, so I would not be able to tell you much about their work, but I do love these. I have used this in my Hobonichi Techo, and look at the writing. They are so delicate, so beautiful. I like that it is just the main part and not the entire block, because sometimes when you are stamping, it does get those block in the paper when you transfer it. But I do love this. These are very dainty, very beautiful. These tiny stamps, I believe I got them from Amazon, and this was probably like 4 years ago. It was one of those first stamps that I got for myself, and these are just like tiny ones with all random stuff like payday, hospital, holidays, and I also have here letter to and from. So this size really works for the Hobonichi Techo, or if you have like really small handwriting and you don't want like very flashy stuff. I use these mainly for my dailies in my Hobonichi. These are the monthly stamps and these are the weekly stamps. I don't really use much of these, but I do like to have the idea of having them with me. These are the number stamps that I was gifted by IB. This is really nice as I only have, let's say, the alphabet stamps, but now I also have these number stamps, which is very nice. And these are substantial size, I would say, not too big, but you can see compared to the one that I got from LCN, and this is almost the same size. So if I'm going to put it right beside each other, I think that will go very well. The one in this box is, again, I think I bought from Journal Say. These stamps are not something that I have used much, but it's there. Like I don't know why I wanted to get them, because it has probably that French vibe to it. So that was one of the reasons probably why I got them. But it has that yellow wood tone, which I'm not really a big fan of. I will come to this stash, but before that, I want to show you this one. This was also from Journal Say, and I like this wood color more than the orangey one, and I do like the hand-drawn shapes here, which is very whimsical. This one over here is from the washi tape shop. This one was also gifted to me, which is so cute. I really like these tiny stamps, and I'm kind of getting a huge fascination for having these tiny stamps. And I do have that wall display that I spoke to you about. Let me show it to you. So this is the wall display organizer that I got for myself, and I have hanged it up on top so it is kind of like very secure to the wall. And this is my pride possession of the washi tape and PET tape wall. I really love how it looks together, and it's also very accessible because this is my desk right over here, and I work here, and this is where all of the things that I love are right within my arm's reach. I have some of my favorites down here. This is from Kriya with Gabby. This is Freckles Tea. This is a washi tape shop entire line. These are Ding Ding. And then I have some random Journal Say PET and washi tapes. And these are from Journal Away, Pepper Monogatari. There we have Lila Journal, and again washi tape shop, and then Tritopus sticker on top. And I also have my own washi tapes on the top, so I really like. And oh, we have Ikigai Papir. This was her advent calendar washi tape. It came along with that, so I do have all of these, and I really like how it looks together. It's just like my pride possession. But anyways, coming to the wall, this is where I will be organizing. So if all of this stuff that you will see me using today, and let's just put one and see how that looks. So this is January. Now, I don't know if I would like to have it right there just randomly or like kind of spread it across. So that is going to be a mix and match kind of scenario. Otherwise, what I can do is put it on top, and that could be one of its own moment. So for example, if I have July and then I have January on top, so that could be like one cluster over there. So that's something that I have in mind. I have only 2 of these wax stamps, and well, the handles, I do have a lot of these stamps individually that I can swap and use, but I do like this color. It's very rich color. I love that. I do like this stamp, which is just a simple oval frame. I haven't really used it to make any, let's say, those painting stickers, and I think this is a very fun activity to do. Now, coming back to this one again, this is a very cafe theme related stamp. As you can see, I love coffee. I am not a very pastry or sweet tooth person, so most of these are just nice to see, but I'm more a coffee person than a pastry or a croissant, so I will have them. It's not something that I will crave to have. This one is another alphabet stamps that I have, but the thing that I like about it is it has that typewriter feeling. So if I take them one out, they are tiny, as you can see, very small, but at the same time they are mighty pieces and they look very cute. So I do want to display them, but it's going to be very hard to display this because I don't really have that long box in this organizer. So I'll probably have to put it on top of it, where I just put the month of the year stamps. Now, finally coming to this stash of items that I have. This one is a camera. It's an old school camera stamp. This I bought from Copenhagen 2 years ago. So this one is special because Copenhagen is where we got married, and this is kind of like just a reminder of how beautiful that place was. Most of the items here was either purchased from Journal Say or some other Etsy shops. So for example, this to-do list stamp, this bottle, as well as this bottle, I believe, and all these rubber solid stamps, they are all from Journal Say. So if you like any of these that I'm showing you right now and you do want to get for yourself, I do have a discount code with Journal Say, and that is CJN8, which will give you 8% discount in your entire order. And I do love them. They are very nice. Then I have this ticket one. I have used some of them, but I have not used them very extensively. Like you can see, I have used them and it has a little bit of stamp residue, the ink residue left. I do need to get myself a stamp cleaner because these are very nice and very precious, and I do want to keep using them. This small stamps I actually got from Etsy shop, and this one was just like really cute. These are from Cat's Life Press, the original creator, but they also have stockist with this Etsy shop. This Me Time Small stamp is from Miso Paper again. I cannot recall who is the creator of this, so if I find it, I will link it in the description below. I have this star stamp from Journal Say again for my reading journal, but I do like to use my own sticker for the reading journal star ratings. These stationery clip stamps that I got from Journal Say are just adorable. I cannot recommend them enough. The only thing that I would say is that if you are going to store all of your stamps together like I have done and it is white, just be a bit careful before you place them together. As you can see, I got all the inks all over this. It's just me not being very cautious with how I deal with my stationery, and that's one of the reasons why I have the display now, because I do want to display this. I mean, look at them, they're so adorable. Then I have this really long stamp which says fortune favors the bold, and I feel that it is very true to me. Sometimes I do take bold decisions and it does come into my favor. Like, I'm not a very risk-taking person, but sometimes I do like to make certain life choices. And last but not least, I have these tiny journals. These are from Journal Say, and I don't know if they still carry these, but these are really cute. I have also recently purchased a traveler notebook which comes in the olive green, and I'm going to say that this is going to be like a mini me of this traveler's notebook. I don't think I have done, oh, I did a tiny painting inside, which is just adorable. And I believe I was trying the gold marker pen here, but yeah, I haven't really used this because honestly this is not a very functional one, but it is darn cute to have this on my display. And this, you can actually put it as a charm in your original size notebooks and it will come up very cute. So I got these two. I believe I got them almost like 3 years ago. So most of my stationeries that you will see have been like collected over time. This is just slowly what is my collection looking like. I'm definitely sure I will have more, but this is just what I have at the moment. In addition to this, I also have Kriya with Gabby's tiny stamp. I do love her product overall. Like, she makes stunning items, and I definitely like her PET tapes because they are just absolutely gorgeous. I do love this quote that says, "Be afraid and do it anyway." And that's just how we are, right? And at least that's how I am. Like, I'm so much afraid to do so many things, but then I would just go ahead and do it anyway. And always I tell myself, oh yeah, the worst that can happen is the person will say no. So that's how I am proceeding with my life choices at this point. Here are some of the Winry stamps that I forgot to show you in the before clip. I actually purchased them from my dear friend Olga, who goes by Blue Chronicles, as a second-hand product. She was just decluttering, and I would love to have these on my display shelf, and definitely it looks so good. This grid stamp is from Album Love Handmade. I really like her products. This is from the Japanese garden that we visited in Buenos Aires along with this cat stamp. They are absolutely adorable. Now I'm just going to show you some of the arrangements of the stamps. These did take me some time to kind of find the right alignment. In the end, you will see the overall organization of the stamps, which I'm not going to be married to it. I will definitely move them around, and you will also see some blank boxes out there, which shows that I have enough space to grow and support the lovely creators that I follow online. This stamp collection has been a work in progress for some years, as I have been talking, so it's not something that I have just flourished on one weekend. I do try to be mindful in terms of collecting these wooden stamps because, as you can see, they do take up a lot of space and they have been sitting in my drawers for quite a bit of time. So this was a very good investment of displaying it on the wall, and I absolutely love looking at it. Like, I am looking at it right now while I am recording this voiceover, and my heart just fills with so much of joy because these are the things that brings creativity and motivation to me, and I love seeing it every day. The moment I walk into this room, this is what I see, and I love it so much. You will see there are different tones of wood in this collection, which is honestly very nice to see that there is a sort of a balance that you will see in the end, because I do have some white wooden stamps, as in like they have been painted, so that is very nice. It kind of brings certain kind of brightness to it. These were collected over time. Some of the links I may not have it. I do have discount codes from Journal Say, Kriya with Gabby. I have mentioned that in the screens, but I will also mention them in the description below. For now, just enjoy this setting up and organizing of my wall display, and let me know if you do have something similar like this. I would love to know where you do your shopping for stamps and if you have a favorite stamp that you always gravitate towards. When I am editing this video, we are already in August, and I cannot believe that this year has just flown by. I just blinked and I have completed June and July. I don't know absolutely what happened in this summer. I have just been so busy in my work that I honestly did not get a lot of time to do a lot of things that I probably would have done. But I am very curious to know if you had any specific summer goals and you were able to achieve. I mean, even if you were not able to achieve, what were those goals and is something that you are working towards? At the moment, I'm trying to just absorb as much sun as possible, enjoy the longer, warmer days, and just be consistent with my habits. I have been tracking my habits since the time I have started doing bullet journaling, and this has been something that I really enjoy, going back and seeing how good I have been, or if I have lacked on certain habits. Most of the time, there are concrete reasons why I have not been able to keep up. I also realized that this summer I have not gone and watched any concert. I was not very prepared for what I was going to do this summer for all the good reasons, but at the same time I did really want to go and watch Ludovico Einaudí's concert that he did in Dublin, and it just had a clash with my classes that I'm doing, so it's just it did not go. And after the concert was over, I saw so many people posting pictures and videos of the concert, and I was just having so much of FOMO. He did also play in the Edinburgh Castle. I think that was just so magical. I would definitely want to go and watch something in the Royal Albert Hall. I believe that is what it's called. That is in London. That one has the orchestra, so I do want to go and see something which is in orchestra. I am waiting on few things to kind of tie up, and probably I will go to London this year. So I will keep you posted. I will probably do also a stationary walk kind of in the city, which is going to be exciting and fun. I have been following up with some creators who have done this. I'm going to take some cue and their recommendations, and I will also bring you along. Well, friends, that was all for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video and setting up of my beautiful wall of stamps at the moment. I do have a lot of space where I can fill up and buy more stamps for the display. I am very proud of where I am at the moment. I think I will just go and probably purchase something unique and different from other creators. I have not put up all the stamps that I have. There are few that I did not put it in the display shelf. It's just because they just doesn't resonate with me. But nevertheless, this has been a wonderful journey and I hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell as you will be notified every time I post any new videos. Once again, thank you FlexiSpot for sending me this gorgeous ergonomic chair. If you like something, check the description below with all of the details. And once again, they are having their anniversary sale in August. So make sure to take advantage of the sale. As always, I hope wherever you're watching this, you're having a great day or night. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!